Hi everyone and welcome to this week's show. This week I want to go over signs one more time. I got a couple of questions for people who read my video blog on seeing signs, understanding signs, and they ran the gamut from I'm full of you know what to I get it. But a lot of them were in the middle about, well, how do you see signs? And the point I don't think I made was you don't want to have to see the signs. You want to be able to live your life in the flow so that opportunities just come to you. When your life happens and you just consistently move forward in life, you're seeing the signs, you're getting them, you're creating the life you're meant to live. When we get signs, like really big signs, it's because we're not paying attention. We're not doing what's in our best interest. We're not following the flow. And, signs, the biggest signs are usually sickness, car accidents, any kind of accident. I mean, from stubbing your toe to biting your lip. These are all little indications that your higher self is going, excuse me, something's not going right here. Something's, you need to pay attention. Or you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to get sick, something's going to happen. And you don't need to have that in your life. That's the whole point of signs. You don't need to have really big signs in your life. You need to have little ones that you just follow, that you're just consistent with. And I think that's part of the thing of the people who don't get signs. They didn't understand what I was talking about. I don't see signs like that. Well, that's because they're paying attention, because they're just going along in their life the way they should be. And sometimes you can just have one really big sign, like getting laid off, and truly that usually means you're not working in the profession or working in the place that you need to be the best that you can be, to have the opportunities you need in life. People always look at being laid off as a bad thing. And I personally was laid off from a very large corporation along with, 500 other people. And I took it as an opportunity. Honestly, I couldn't wait to get out of there because, the sadness of everyone, departments just falling. And I was unfortunately one of the few last people to be laid off. So it was hard. It's hard to see your friends lose their jobs. And it's hard to lose your own job, but you have to look at it as opportunity. You have to, when something like that happens, or you're in a car accident, or even if, and you have to understand, even if you're in a car accident and it's not your fault, you're there for a reason. There's a wake-up call for you too. And too many of us just kind of get in our own way. We just kind of, I'm going to say this wrong, but live in the moment, but not in a good way. We're too consumed with things we want or the things we think we should be having, instead of saying, okay, what is it I really need? Because wants and needs are totally different, and a lot of people confuse them. And, sometimes God's saying you don't need that. That's not taking you where you want to be in your life. And so, when you don't get really big signs, pat yourself on the back. Say, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But if you're struggling in some area of your life, look at that area of your life and look at all areas of your life, because sometimes it's not just when something happens in your job, when your job becomes irritating. It could be another area of your life, and it's just spilling over into that. So kind of go back to, the initial point and see what's really bothering you. What is it you're not fixing? What is it you're not changing about yourself? We should be changing every day. We should be growing. Our perception should be huge. It should just be, grand. And sometimes we just get so caught up in the day-to-day that we forget that. That we forget about, the big picture. Why am I here? And everyone does it. I do it. But it's important to just kind of stop for a minute. When you stub your toe, when you walk into the wall, when somebody opens the door on you and nearly misses you, or somebody cuts in front of you in traffic and nearly misses you and causes you to pay attention. That's the universe going, pay attention. It may not be your driving. It could be whatever is on your mind that caused you to not be paying attention. So I hope that cleared that up, and that answered a few of your questions. Before I go, I'd just like to make a little announcement. Tomorrow, Saturday, April 3rd, at 4 o'clock on Blog Talk Radio, I am doing my very first radio show called Finding a Cure, and it's about how to find the things you need to cure yourself of autoimmune diseases. And I hope you'll check it out. It's on my website, lupusgirlgoesraw.com, and call in, ask your questions. I know it's not mediumship related, but I do talk about medical intuitiveness and how I found my cure. So that's it for this week. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Happy Passover, happy Easter, and ciao.